Hey, you guys, welcome back for our daily practice questions. As always, I like to give my introduction and disclaimer before getting into the questions for today. So, for those of you who are familiar with me, hey, y'all. For those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Brittany Weinstock. I am a family nurse practitioner, and I am the founder and CEO of the Nursing Studio. I provide resources, courses, tools, and videos to assist nurses as well as nurse practitioners with being successful on boards as well as in practice. I've been doing this since 2015, assisting nurses and nurse practitioners internationally with exam success, and I would love to work with you as well. But I'd like to get into the disclaimer before getting into any of my content to remind you that we know there's no absolutes in medicine. We treat on a patient by patient basis. So any of the questions that I provide are based on the current guidelines being tested on the ANCC as well as AANP exam. Now, if I am doing videos to teach you on current things that we do in practice, I will say that so that there's no confusion, okay? So, with that being said, let's get into question number one for today. Question number one states the nurse practitioner is reviewing things to avoid while taking NARDIL with the patient. All of the following are correct except A, grapefruit, B, salami, C, aged cheese, D, alcohol. Take a moment and tell me what you got in the comments. All right, you guys, I always recommend reading the stem of the question first so that you can slow yourself down and ensure you're answering what is being asked, okay? So the stem of the question states, all of the following are correct except. Remembering not to miss those keywords like that, except, right? So we're looking for the incorrect answer. So we're trying to figure out what things you should avoid while taking NARDIL. Okay. And I tell you when you're studying medicines, study the drug class, know what falls in there. So then it's not like you're studying so many individual things. NARDIL is a MAOI, right? So is it A, grapefruit? That's correct. A, grapefruit is the answer because you don't need to avoid grapefruit. You do need to avoid salami because with MAOIs, remember we avoid our aged meats, our aged cheeses, and our alcohol, right? Those things with tyramine containing things. Okay, so aged cheeses, aged meats, alcohol, things of that nature. And I always tell the story of things that I remember. But in undergrad for nursing, my farm teacher used to say the saying, MAOI, I can't have my pizza pie. And she used to talk about that. And you probably heard me say this. If you haven't, I have an MAOI video. But because she said, think about it. On your pizza, you'll have those different cheeses. You'll have aged meats on your pizzas. And some people may have like a beer with their pizza. So that's just how an easy way to remember it. Okay. All right, you guys. Question number 2 for today. A patient presents to the office today for follow-up. He has a history of major depressive disorder and Zoloft has been DC'd. The nurse practitioner is planning to start an MAOI. What are the steps for starting an MAOI at this time? Is it A, nothing, go ahead and initiate MAOI for management? B, the NP should wait 2 weeks before starting the MAOI. C, the NP should wait 3 weeks before starting the MAOI. Or D, the NP should wait 5 weeks before starting the MAOI. Take a moment and tell me what you got. Tell me what you got. All right, stem of the question states, the nurse practitioner is planning to start an MAOI. What are the steps of starting an MAOI at this time? All right, so this patient already has a history of major depressive disorder and has been on Zoloft, but it's been DC'd, right? So what do we do with the MAOIs? First, you need to take a moment and realize what Zoloft is, right? Just like I was telling you, remembering the drug classes. Zoloft, sertraline is an SSRI. Yeah, these are our first line therapies with our major depressive disorder, but remembering when we're utilizing other medications such as MAOI, before you go to an MAOI from an SSRI, you need to give a minimum of 2 weeks for a washout period, okay? So the answer is B, the NP should wait 2 weeks before starting the MAOI. Now, just a little sidebar tidbit. For Prozac, which is an SSRI, right? That's the only SSRI that you need to wait at least 5 weeks because the half life is longer on that medication. So You probably won't see anything like that on the exam, but just in case in the event that you do, that's just a side note to know that with Prozac, that particular SSRI, we wait 5 weeks for a washout period, okay? But no, if you're on an SSRI and want to start an MAOI, we need to wait 2 weeks for a washout period. So again, the answer is B. All right, and for the last question today, question number 3 states the nurse practitioner and NP student are discussing tools for macular degeneration. What is a correct tool to assess for central vision changes to aid in confirming a diagnosis of macular degeneration? Is it A, a Snellen chart, B, a Amsler grid, C, fluorescein dye test, or D, a visual grid? Take a moment and tell me what you got. All right, stem of the question states, what is a correct tool to assess for central vision changes to aid in confirming a diagnosis of macular degeneration? And this is a knowledge-based question. The assessment tool for macular degeneration is B, the Amsler grid, remembering that when you're assessing the patient and they're looking at the grid, though they look at the dot in the center because we're assessing for that centralized vision change. And the lines, the straight lines on the grid, for people who have abnormal central visual changes, those lines will appear wavy, and that aids in the confirmation of a diagnosis of macular degeneration. All right, you guys, I hope you found this helpful. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with whomever you may find this beneficial as well. Make sure to meet me back here. You know, we are doing practice questions every single day. So if you are looking for something to assist you, then make sure that you are following along so that we can study together, okay? All right, you guys. If you need anything or assistance with any of our resources or tools, if you need a review book, we have our ebook, we have our paperback. The links are in the bio for you to um, access either one of those. So the ebook, once you purchase, you have instant access. If you want the paperback, of course, it has to be shipped out to you. If you're looking for a review course, there that is self-paced that you can study on the go. There are videos on each system with mini quizzes for each section on our self-paced review course, and then we have our one-on-one option as well. So if there's any weaknesses that you need assistance with making a strength, we offer that, and we also have a custom package if you've been unsuccessful or if you are struggling on how to study. We help gauge your weaknesses, structure your studies, and work alongside with you until you prepare for to take boards. If you need us for anything, just reach out to the Nurse Studio at 803-400-6864. Not sure what this is doing with my email, but our email is thenursinstudio, the number 1 at gmail.com. Talk to y'all soon. Meet me back here. Happy studying. Bye, y'all.